quick thank you to our sponsors for making this podcast possible. They keep this show free to listen to.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
Thanks for joining me on the Peace and Parenting podcast. I'm so glad you're here.
If you don't know me, I'm Michelle. I'm the founder of Peace and Parenting. I founded Peace and Parenting back in 2015. I've been doing this work for a very long time, since my daughter was 5. She's 20 now, so 15 years. And I became a coach in 2015. I help you move from punishment-based parenting into connection-based parenting. This isn't gentle parenting, it's connected parenting, which is slightly different. I started out being a yeller and a shamer, and now I really try to use connection as my basic parenting philosophy. I believe that it totally saved the relationship that I share with my older daughter, Esme, who is strong-willed and sensitive, and my youngest, who is more agreeable and a people pleaser. This method helped her too. This is called the 10-minute mom, but it could be for dads too. This is going to be practical and realistic guidance that you can start using right now. So let's get started. If you ever had this thought, if I just had more time to be with my kids, I want you to know that that thought is one of the most loving, but also painful thoughts a parent can have. It comes from a real place. You love your kids, you want more, you want to be enough. But here's what I need you to hear today. That belief, the more time, is the answer, is costing you the connection you already have access to. Research doesn't lie. They say 10 focused, intentional minutes with your child does more for your bond than 2 hours of distracted togetherness. 10 minutes, that's it. I used to say I was the most distracted, disconnected, stay-at-home mom that ever was. I spent all my time with my kids, and yet the connection wasn't there, and it wasn't because we didn't have enough time. So today, we're not talking about time management. We're not talking about attention. We're talking about attention management. There's a big difference. Quality time. Research from the University of Notre Dame found that 10 minutes of focused, device-free connection daily is sufficient to strengthen the secure attachment bond that you have with your kids. 73% of moms describe themselves as physically present, like I was as a stay-at-home mom, but mentally somewhere else entirely. You're in the room, but you're thinking about email you didn't send, the meeting you have tomorrow, the grocery list, where you remembered to RSVP. Did you remember to RSVP to that party? And your kids, they feel it. They register your absence. Even when your body's there, like mine was. Here's the truth. It's not your schedule that's broken. It's what you're doing with the little windows that you already have. You're busy. You're there, but you're not present. You're busy, but not connected. You're providing everything for your kids, the food, the driving, the activities, except for the attention. And the heartbreaking part is that your child doesn't care really about the dinner that you cooked or the activity that you drove them to, even though that takes so much time and effort. They really care about the 3 seconds that you looked them in the eye and you saw them. So tonight, put your phone in a different room for 10 minutes after dinner. Just try it once and see how it feels. So what do kids actually need from us? Let's get specific. They need to feel safe, not just be safe. They need to feel safe. Those are two different things. They need attunement, which is just another word for I see you, I hear you, I get you. Your brain literally co-regulates with your child's brain in those moments. They need predictability. They need some rituals, not these like crazy Pinterest-worthy moments or some crazy schedule, just consistent and simple, and a daily pattern of connection that they can count on. Because predictability is a love language, especially when we're talking about connection, and it really serves a child's nervous system. And they need your presence, not your performance as a mom, not your problem solving, just you, an undivided you for minutes, not hours. They need this presence consistently, not once a week. They need it every day, unfortunately, and that's really hard. It's hard to be 100% consistent, and we're not going to be 100% consistent. And we talk all about this in our Peace and Parenting community sessions every single week. The key to being consistent is to have accountability, and that's where our community really plays a big role. On a scale of 1 to 5, how present are you really when you're with your kids? 1 is you're barely there, and 5 is you're totally locked in. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how present are you? 1 is you're barely there, and 5 is you're totally locked in, for the most part. Sometimes it's really hard. The world is, talking to us. Our environment is talking to us. Our home is speaking to us. We've got all these other things on our plates, and it's hard to be present all the time. I get that. You're not alone. Okay, let's name the enemy. There are 3 specific traps that are stealing your connection windows, and I guarantee you're doing at least one of them right now. So number 1, the worst one, the phone vortex. The average mom checks her phone 96 times per day. 96. That's research from MIT. They also found that your child registers 70% of those moments as a form of rejection. Not because you mean to reject your child, but because their developing brain reads, Mom chose the screen over me. And they file that away. Trap number 2, the task takeover. This one's sneaky. You are around your kids like I was all the time. You're making dinner, you're helping with homework, you're doing laundry, you're busy, but are you there for them? Are you with them? Presence is not just proximity, presence is being there. And number 3, the fixer mode. And this one hits close to home for high achieving moms, especially. Your kids start to open up, and then before they can finish the sentence, you're solving the problem. You jump to, here's what you should do. And they shut down because they didn't really want your opinion or your solution. They just wanted to be heard. Okay. Which trap do you fall into? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? I think I'm all 3 at times. I'm definitely all 3. I work really hard. I've done better with 2 and 3. I'm really good with number 1 now, but 2 and 3 I'm still working on. Yep. And these all come from love. You're not doing these things because you don't love your kids. It's just hard to parent sometimes, and you're not alone. We just need to make some slight adjustments. So if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can listen to episode 191 of the Peace and Parenting podcast called Connection is About Quality of Time, Not Quantity, where we discuss the reasons why what builds a deep, meaningful, rich relationship with our child is the quality of time we spend with them. Okay, here it is, the whole reason you showed up today. I want you to think about your day in terms of connection windows. And there are 3 of them every single day that most of us aren't really diving into. Number 1, the 2-minute morning greet. It's all it takes. Before your phone, before your coffee, ideally, before the chaos of the lunches and the backpacks and the getting ready for school and all the things. 2 minutes where you get to the level of your child, you say their name, you say, I love you, and you give them either a hug or you touch them on their shoulder. Eye contact. It's not complicated. But it changes the trajectory of their day, and actually it changes the trajectory of your day. If you can start with that before you get too busy, before you're preoccupied with the email that you just read, or the thing that you have to do, or the to-do list that you just looked at, get connected with your child first. Window 2, the 3-minute transition. The first 3 minutes after your child comes home from school are scientifically the most emotionally available they will be all day. They are ripe for connection. And most of us, we say the thing that I heard my whole life and I said for years is, how was school? And what do we get? Fine. Sound familiar? It isn't the best question, and the timing isn't quite right. And we'll talk about what you can do instead in a minute. And number 3, the 5-minute bedtime close. And I think most of us are pretty good at this. Bedtime is the golden window. It's dark. You're in physical proximity to your child. They're drowsy. All of these lower a child's defense. They will tell you things at 9 p.m. or if you have a teenager, 11 p.m. that they won't share at 4. If you're not using this window, then you're leaving a really important conversation of the day on the table. And we're going to get to that in a minute too. Okay, 10 minutes, 3 windows, 2 in the morning, afternoon, 2 minutes in the morning and afternoon, and 5 minutes at night. That's the framework. This week, try to do at least one of these for 7 days, just one. Okay. Let me give you the exact script of the morning greet. You crouch down on their level. You don't stand over them. You say their names. Emma, good morning. Make eye contact for 3 full seconds. Just look at them. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. A hug or a hand on a shoulder or physical touch activities really release oxytocin for you. And for them, it starts your day better. It starts their day better. That's it. 2 minutes. No phone, no rushing. And here's the science. Morning cortisol is at its highest. So a warm, connected greeting physically lowers your child's stress hormones before they leave for school. Here's what the UCLA Child Development Lab says. Children who receive a calm, connected morning showed 40% fewer behavioral issues at school. When your child walks through the door after school, here's what I want you to stop saying. How was school? Did you do your homework? We want to avoid that one. Do you have soccer at 5? Don't forget. Anything that sounds like a task or something that they have to do isn't going to help us with our connection. So instead, you say, I'm glad you're home. You give a hug. You offer a snack. You sit nearby. You're quiet. You're listening. Let them break the silence. I know it's so hard for us because we want to know what they've been doing all day at school. What the heck have they been doing for 7 hours? Just tell me everything. I want you to download with me. Come on, let's have a conversation about it. But that's more about us and less about them. Let them come to you. Be relaxed, be calm, and be a good listener and have that telephone put away. That transition window closes fast. And once homework and dinner kick in and activities, it's gone. Guard those 3 minutes. Okay, this is my favorite. And if you only do one thing from today, do this one. Here's the bedtime close script word for word. And you can add this into any bedtime routine. Sit on the edge of the bed, which you probably already do, or lie next to them if they're little. Put your phone away. No phones in the bedroom, no phones for nighttime routine. Ask, what was the best part of your day? And then what was the hardest part of your day? Sometimes people call this a rose and a thorn. Listen, though, and don't fix it. Don't advise, just listen. Just listen to what they have to say. You don't have to have commentary. You don't have to rebut it. You don't have to tell them, well, this is what you should do, or this is what's happening. And then you close with, I love you no matter what. That's it, 5 minutes. And here's something that might blow your mind. 82% of teenagers say they wish their parents had talked with them more, not at them. I think that really means they wish their parents listened to them more. And teens who are supposed to hate their parents, 82% of them want more conversations. So you have this window with your teens, with your young kids. Don't waste it. It's important. If you want, you can dim the lights, turn off the overhead, use a little night light. Darkness lowers defenses, and I'm sure we all know that already. That's the neuroscience. It's not magic. So go ahead and try this tonight. DM me on IG and let me know how it went. I want to know how your little connection pieces are working for you. If this landed for you, go listen to our special time podcast episode on the Peace and Parenting podcast. I talk about the pitfalls, the one-on-one connection time, and why even 10 minutes or 20, if you can ever manage it, rewires the relationship. Let me just anchor this with some research because I know some of you need to know this isn't just feel-good advice, but that you can actually sink your teeth into it. So 10 minutes of focused daily connection is enough for secure attachment, says University of Notre Dame. You don't need 2 hours. You don't need to be around your kid all day. You actually just need to make sure those moments that you are with your kid matter. 96 phone checks per day is logged as 70% rejection by your child. That's from MIT. And 40% reduction in childhood anxiety with one predictable daily connection ritual. You don't have to have some elaborate schedule. You don't have to do 75 things for your kids to get connection, just one predictable daily connection. I'm giving you 3 small ones. And kids are 3 times more likely to disclose their issues like bullying and substance abuse and problems with partners when connection is consistent. 3 times more likely to tell you important stuff. That is why this matters. I want to tell you about a mom in our community who was a corporate attorney. She had 2 kids, 9 and 12. She was working 50-hour work weeks or even more, and she was insanely busy. She told me she was failing at everything, working too much, present too little, guilty every single day. So she started with just the bedtime script. Nothing else changed. She put the phone away, which she never did. She got down on the kids' level. She really felt more connected in those moments. But she had the same job, same schedule, same house. Within 2 weeks, her 9-year-old was sharing things she had never shared before, and her 12-year-old started asking her to sit with him at bedtime at 12. She told me it wasn't about more time. It was about really focused time. Those 5 minutes changed everything. That is what we're doing here today. That is what this is about. And this is what Peace and Parenting community is about. We do weekly live support calls with our Peace and Parenting coaches and myself. This is where parents come to get feedback, to feel supported, not feel alone, and most importantly, to get accountability, to be consistent and make these changes. That's where the transformation happens. Okay, quick check-in. Which of these describes where you're at right now? Number 1, I'm present but distracted. Phone is always nearby. Number 2, I'm around my kids, but we rarely have real connections. Number 3, I'm too exhausted after work to genuinely connect. Or number 4, I try, but I don't know what to say or how to connect. All of these are solvable by the Peace framework. Here's how it layers in. Pause. Before you react, take one breath. Your calm is contagious because they will co-regulate with you. Empathize. Mirror their feelings back. You seem frustrated. Not a question and not a ooey gooey, oh, you seem frustrated. It's you seem frustrated. An observation. Acknowledge. Validate. It makes sense you feel that way. Then pause. Connect. Physical touch. Eye contact before problem solving, always. And enforce with empathy. I love you and I understand, but the rule in the house is this. Okay, your 10-minute windows are the perfect place to practice each of these steps. This is how intentions become good habits. And this framework right here is what we practice week after week inside the Peace and Parenting community and our one-on-one coaching, because knowing it and living it are two different things. Application is everything, and sometimes we need support to make that happen in an automatic way. Here's what I want you to commit to today. Add the 2-minute morning greet. Phones go away at pickup every day this week, and try the bedtime close at least once. Next week, all 3 rituals become daily. Add the peace step, pause before every reactive moment, and start noticing mood shifts in your kids. Your ritual, and week 3, your rituals are becoming automatic. Add your own 10-minute window, one that's uniquely yours, and use the Special Time podcast to help you get there. That's a great resource. Write this down and follow through in the first week, and accountability changes everything. Let us know how you're doing. I want to close with this. You already have everything you need. You're not failing. You're not behind. You're just busy. You're doing a million different things, and you're still showing up for your kids, and you're still showing up today, and you're looking for answers. And that is the answer. Your kids don't need a perfect mom. They need a present one. 10 minutes, 3 windows, 1 week. That's your assignment. That's it. If something today resonated with you, if you felt even a small shift, I'd love to invite you into the Peace and Parenting community, because that's where transformation happens. That's where people learn tools and they learn how to implement them with accountability in real time. We have weekly live support calls 3 times a week. You have access to my coaches and myself, a space full of busy parents walking this path also. And if you're feeling like you need more personalized support, we also have one-on-one coaching programs that are tailored just specifically for your family.
Hey there, Peace and Parenting family. If you love the podcast but wish to enjoy it without interruptions, your wish has come true. Introducing the ad-free version of the Peace and Parenting podcast, available exclusively on Apple Podcast. As a subscriber, you'll get all the heartfelt advice, parenting stories, and actionable tips you love without any ads. For less than the cost of a coffee each month, you will enjoy uninterrupted listening while also supporting our work to help you build stronger connections with your kids. Try it out for free. Simply find Peace and Parenting on Apple Podcasts, click Try Free, and you'll gain immediate access to our ad-free episodes. There's no commitment and you can cancel anytime. So if you're ready for a more peaceful, uninterrupted listening experience, subscribe now. Let's keep focusing on connection without the distractions.